I'm gonna read a few poems by Charles Bukowski. The first one is friendly advice to a lot of young men and a lot of old men too. Go to Tibet, ride a camel, read the Bible, paint your shoes blue, grow a beard, circle the word in a paper canoe, subscribe to the Saturday Evening Post, chew on the left side of your mouth only, marry a woman with one leg, and shave with a straight razor, and carve your name in her anus. Brush your teeth with gasoline, sleep all day and climb trees at night. Be a monk and drink buckshot and beer. Hold your head under water and play the violin. Do a belly dance before pink candles. Kill your dog. Run for mayor. Live in a barrel. Break your head with a hatchet. Plant tulips in the rain. But don't write any more poetry. And this is As the Sparrow. To give life, you must take life. And as our grief falls flat and hollow up the billion-blooded sea, I pass upon serious inward-breaking shoals rimmed with white-legged, white-bellied, rotting creatures, lankly dead and rioting against surrounding scenes. Dear child, I only did to you what the sparrow did to you. I am old when it is fashionable to be young. I cry when it's fashionable to laugh. I hated you when it would have taken less courage to love you. And this is Layover. Making love in the sun, in the morning sun, in a hotel room, above the alley where poor men poke for bottles. Making love in the sun, making love by a carpet redder than our blood, making love where the boys sell headlines and Cadillacs, making love by a photograph of Paris and an open pack of Chesterfield, making love while other men, poor fools, they work. That moment to this, maybe years in the way they measure, but it's only one sentence back in my mind. There's so many days where living stops and pulls up and sits and waits like a train on the rails. I passed the hotel at 8 and at 5. There are cats in the alleys and bottles and bumps. And I look up at the window and think, I no longer know where you are. And I walk on and wonder where the living goes when it stops. And this is Life of Borodin. The next time you listen to Borodin, remember he was just a chemist who wrote music to relax. His house was jammed with people, students, artists, drunkards, bums, and he never knew how to say no. The next time you listen to Borodin, remember his wife used this composition to line the cat boxes with, or to cover jars of sour milk. She had asthma and insomnia and fed him soft-boiled eggs, and when he wanted to cover his head to hide out the sounds of the house, she only allowed him to use the sheets. Besides, there was usually somebody in his bed. They slept separately when they slept at all. And since all the chairs was usually taken, he often slept on the stairway, wrapped in an old shawl. She told him when to cut his nails, not to sing or whistle, or put too much lemon in his tea, or press it with a spoon. Symphony number 2 in B minor, Prince Iger, in the steppes of Central Asia. He could sleep only by putting a piece of dark cloth over his eyes. In 1887, he attended a dance at the Medical Academy, dressed in a merrymaking national costume. At last, he seemed exceptionally gay. And when he fell to the floor, they thought he was clowning. The next time you listen to Borodin, remember, and this is Destroying Beauty. A rose, red sunlight. I take it apart in the garage like a puzzle. The petals are greasy as old bacon and fall, like the maidens of the world, back to floor. And I look up at the old calendar, hung from a nail, and touch my wrinkled face and smile, because the secret is beyond me. And this is the day I kicked the bankroll out of the window. And I said, you can take your rich aunts and uncles and grandfathers and fathers and all the lousy oil at the 7 Lakes and the wild turkey and buffalo and the whole state of Texas, meaning your crown blasts, and your Saturday night boardwalks, and your two-beat library, and your crooked councilman, and your pansy artist. You can't take all these, and your weekly newspaper, and your famous tornadoes, and your filthy floods, and all your yowling cats, and your subscription to life, and shove them, baby, shove them. I can handle a pick and a axe again, I think. And I can pick up $25 for a 4-rounder. Maybe. Sure, I'm 38, but a little dye can pinch the gray out of my hair. And I can still write a poem, sometimes. Don't forget that. And even if they don't pay off, it's better than waiting for death and oil and shooting wild turkey and waiting for the war to begin. All right, bum, she said. Get out. What? I said. Get out. You've thrown your last tantrum. I'm tired of your damn tantrums. You're always acting like on a character in an O'Neill play. But I'm different, baby. I can't help it. You're different, all right. God, how different. Don't slam the door when you leave. But baby, I love your money. You never once said you loved me. What do you want? A liar or a lover? You're neither. Out. Bum. Out. But baby, go back to O'Neill. I went to the door, softly closed it, and walked away, thinking, all they want is a wooden Indian to say yes and no, and stand over the fire and not raise too much hell. But you're getting to be an old man, kiddo. Next time, play it closer to the vest. And this is to the whore who took my poems. Some say we should keep personal remorse from the poem. Stay abstract, and there is some reason to this. But Jesus, 12 poems gone, and I don't keep carbons, and you have my paintings too, my best ones. It's stifling. Are you trying to crush me out like the rest of them? Why didn't you take my money? They usually do, from the sleeping drunken pants sick in the corner. Next time, take my left arm or a 50, but not my poems. I'm no Shakespeare, but sometimes simply there won't be any more, abstract or otherwise. There'll always be money and whores and drunkards down to the last bomb. But as God said, crossing his legs, I see where I've made plenty of poets, but not so very much poetry. And this is The Loser. And the next thing I remembered, I'm on the table, everybody's gone. The head of bravery under light, scolding, flailing me down, and there's some toad standing there, smoking a cigar. Kid, you're no fighter, he told me. Kid, you're no fighter, he told me. And I got up and knocked him over a chair. And it was like a scene in a movie, and he stayed there on his big rump and said over and over, Jesus, Jesus, what's the matter with you? And I got up and dressed, the tape still on my hands. And when I got home, I tore the tape off my hands and wrote my first poem. And I've been fighting ever since.